All right, what is up, everybody, and happy Wednesday. It is May 14th. I am your host, Deep Pockets. I'm with my good friend and co host, Big Sean, as you
Yo,
see
yo.
here. Sean, what's up, man? It is good to see you in here on this beautiful Wednesday. We've got a lot of baseball to talk. We're going to go over every game today. Even if we don't have a bet for the game, we'll give you some quick thoughts as to what we like for that game. So, Sean, how you feeling today? Before we jump into the slate, we have a game that starts here momentarily. But how you feeling today on this Wednesday?
Man, fun week, fun day in baseball today, man. We got two or three doubleheaders. Huge early week slate. We've been hot. We've been rolling hot. We had three walk-offs last night. This is kind of the prime time of baseball, kind of when NBA wraps up. This is my favorite time of the year, right before it gets super hot. Man, I love these games. I love the middle of the May games, and I'm excited for the slate of games today. We have some great picks today. These are some of my favorite picks so far of the season. This week here. So
Yes, sir. I'm pumped. Yeah, yesterday was a lot of fun, a lot of walk-offs, like you said. I hit my money line pick, which was the Astros, Houston Astros on the money line walk-off. Isaac Paredes, nice hit for him. And then Jonathan Aranda, the stud left-hander from Tampa Bay. Nice home run against Jose Barrios. He continues to own him. That's his third home run against Barrios this season. So he's just incredible against him. And there's just some guys who match up well against these pitchers in the majors. And I like to try to go off those matchups. But today, let's try to keep it rolling. And today we got a game that already started, actually. It is the Baltimore and Minnesota game. Minnesota is actually riding a streak right now, so we'll see how that goes. But let's get into actually what starts here momentarily. And that's in about 30 minutes or so. We've got the Cardinals and the Phillies. Phillies big favorites here today. Jesus Luzardo going up against Eric Fetty. Eric Fetty just absolutely took down this weak Nationals lineup. I don't know if that's going to happen again. This is going to be a tough matchup for him. Complete game shutout for Eric Fetty. Great game. I just don't see that happening again. Not even close to it. I think the money line where it's at right now is probably right with minus 192 for the Phillies. I just think the way the Phillies offense is designed, they're going to have a lot of success here. So my lean would be to the Phillies. It's probably not anything I'd play confidently in terms of like the money line. I don't want to play minus 192, but I would look at the team total runs. I think the Phillies can score a lot of runs today. I would look at first five over their total runs. And then also a guy I like in the lineup for today is Kyle Schwarber. Over under hits, runs, RBIs. It's 1.5 at minus 115. I think that's a great price. He should have plenty of opportunities to drive runs in. So those are a couple of my picks for the game. Sean, what are you liking today in this Cardinals-Phillies game?
Oh, Phillies. Biggest pick of my day today are the Phillies. I think Luzardo is going to shut this offense down a little bit. I don't like Donovan or Nootbaar, lefties, going against Luzardo. He's got a career low so far through 8 starts in his walk rate and his home run rate. So Luzardo looks awesome, high velocity guy. I think some of these guys are going to struggle. And Bryce Harper is going to hit a home run today, Alexi. He kills Eric Fetty. He has 6 home runs and over a 1900 OPS against Eric Fetty. And that's a ton of at-bats. That's a big enough sample for me. I think Bryce Harper is going to have a couple extra base hits today, if not a home run. I think the Phillies are going to kill the Cardinals today. This is probably my pick of the week, if not the last couple weeks. Cardinals running on a 9-game winning streak. Today's the day it ends. I'm sorry, we're Cards fans, but this game might get ugly. I would look at that minus 1.5 line for the Phillies. I would even go in an alternate line. I would even maybe look at something like minus 2.5, minus 3.5. I think the Phillies are going to destroy the Cardinals today at home. It's going to be ugly. This is probably my pick of the entire week here. I think the Phillies are going to dominate. I totally agree with the odds line there, the money line odds. I think they're going to win this game.
Yeah, I mean, they say bet with your brain, not with your heart. And that's what we got to do sometimes. Sometimes we just have to bet with our brain. And the Cardinals are on a great run right now. I loved them in game 1. There was too much value with the Cardinals and how well Matthew Liberatore has been pitching. But this is a big drop off. Matthew Liberatore to Eric Fetty, just a big drop off, especially if you look at the metrics. He puts guys on base. He's usually walking a lot of batters. His percentage and whiff percentage and strikeout percentage is very low. There's just not a lot of good things about Eric Fetty. He's going to have his games here and there throughout the season, but I just don't see it happening today against Philly. I think Philly bounces back big as well. So I would target team total over runs for them. And like Sean said, I like the run line a lot too.
Another big thing, man, Jordan Walker looks terrible right now, Lexi. He looks absolutely terrible. I saw something that he out of 159 qualified hitters, he's 158th in OPS right now
Wow.
among all qualified hitters. He's one of the worst hitters in the major leagues, and he faces Luzardo and Aaron Nola today.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, his average is under 100 over the last 50 plate appearances. I don't know. I think it could be
That's
a
terrible.
demotion coming soon. I don't really love what the options Cardinals have for right field right now, so we'll see. I think that's going to be a weak spot in that order. I'm hammering the Phillies today, but look out for a Jordan Walker demotion here pretty soon.
Yeah. Yeah, the defense, if there's one positive thing about Jordan Walker, it's been his defense, which is crazy to say because he came into his career as a third baseman. They transitioned him to outfield. He's been good in the outfield, so we'll give him that. But yeah, with the bat's got to play, and it's not been going well right now. So we'll see what happens there. All right, we move to the next one. We got Brewers and the Guardians. Matchup here is between Logan Henderson, who they just brought up from AAA. He made a spot start earlier this season. I had him in my fantasy lineup for that game. He absolutely tore it up, so good for him. He's going to get a Cleveland lineup here who they're pretty good. They're a lineup who doesn't strike out a lot. That's a good thing with them. They usually take good at bats, make you work. So he's definitely got his work cut out for him here. He's going up against Gavin Williams. Gavin Williams has also been better lately, but this Brewers offense is just hard to trust. They got shut out their last two games, Sean. I know there's some guys in this lineup who are good, but do you trust them today? Do they bounce back with the rookie on the mound here in Cleveland?
Man, I'll be honest. I don't think I'm touching this game. I don't like either of these offenses. I think it's just going to be a gross, low-scoring game. I like Gavin Williams long-term, but here I don't really know. He's been so up and down this year. He's at any start he could have a blow-up start, allow 6+ runs. I don't know what to take here. I think I lean Guardians just with how cold the Brewers have been with the rookie on the mound, but I have no idea what's your play for this one.
Yeah, no play for me in this one. Actually, lean as well to the Guardians. It looks like it's at -122. I do like the way Williams has looked lately. He's pretty good. His fastball velocity is up there, 90th percentile. He's usually averaging about 97.1% or 91 miles an hour. Chase percentage is great in the 71st percentile. He gets a lot of swing and miss stuff. So I think the way the Guardians are playing, put that with the Brewers. I can't bet the Brewers right now. The offense is just sluggish. They've gotten shut out. Sure, they're going to turn it around at some point, but I don't want to see it. I don't think it's going to happen today. I would lean to the Guardians at the short price that you're getting with them. All right, we move into D-backs and Giants. This one's a gross matchup. There's a lot of gross matchups today, Sean, and this one is one of them. It's between we got Eduardo Rodriguez and Jordan Hicks. Jordan Hicks, another guy who you really have to just flip a coin. You don't know which guy is going to show up. I usually lean toward the way he's not going to show up today. I think he's going to get hit hard. He just has a lot of control issues. He throws hard, yes, but I haven't liked Jordan Hicks' transition to starting pitcher. I think he's more of a relief pitcher with the type of stuff that he has and the velocity he throws at. Giants are giving him a chance. He looked good last year to start the season, but he's just been really mediocre to bad as a starting pitcher. And this is a tough Diamondbacks lineup to go against. I know it's in a pitcher's park, but the way he's been throwing lately, he did have a better game last time out. I just don't see it happening again here. He has bad numbers at home as well. I think the Diamondbacks score runs here. I do have some worries about Eduardo Rodriguez as well. He has a lot of good swing and miss stuff, but he's been getting hit hard too. He got lit up last time out against the Dodgers. I would actually lean more to an over here. I think that both offenses can score runs. Yesterday, that was also my lean was to the over. It's sitting at 8 runs, and neither bullpen is particularly great right now. Both bullpens have had their struggles as of late. So lean pretty strong to the D-backs and the over, but this is a no play for me. I'm staying away from this. What do you got here?
Yeah, actually, I'm taking this game. The D-backs are going to win this game. It looks like the Giants are just not able to hit lefties this year. I looked it up today. They have a 662 OPS against lefties. That's 15th in the league. And guess what? The D-backs are 3rd in the league OPS against righties. So I think they're going to hit Jordan Hicks here today. They want to take maybe the team over. I think the D-backs are going to light up Jordan Hicks for about 5+ runs today. I think the D-backs are going to win this game. I'm still going to take that D-backs bullpen over the Giants bullpen late in the game. I really like the D-backs today. I'm also looking at maybe an alternate run line, maybe a -1.5 for the D-backs today. I think Eduardo Rodriguez, it might be a little gross. I don't think he's going to get the Ks because they have a lot of contact guys. But I don't think the Giants lineup is going to show up today against a tough lefty, veteran lefty. So I'm taking the D-backs today, and I think they're going to win this game pretty easily.
I like that. Yeah, I didn't get there officially with this one, but I really like that Diamondbacks lineup coming into the season. This was a team that we were both pretty high on as this Diamondbacks team. And they're sitting right there at 500, 22 and 21. So they've been fine, and they can easily go off at any given time. A guy that I would target in this lineup today, there's usually player props that I'll play. Something that I like and who I would target is, who's the guy I was looking at from the Diamondbacks? It was Perdomo. Perdomo hits left righties really well, and I think he has a great matchup today. He's actually a switch hitter, but he usually hits better against right-handed pitching. And he's for the last 15 games, he's 19 for his last 52,
Great.
365 average.
Season.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I like Perdomo a lot today. Let me see his price. I didn't see his actual price on that pick, but that is one of my personal player props that I'm probably going to bet is Perdomo. I'm trying to get his name correct here. Total bases. Yeah, I mean, you can get a good price with him. I'm trying to find it here, but his price is plus 150, it looks like, on DraftKings. So I know every book kind of has different lines spread out, but I think Perdomo is a good play today against Jordan Hicks.
Man, he was free. He was free in fantasy this year. I think he's going to turn out to be maybe a top 10, maybe even a top 5 shortstop this year. What a total pull for the D-backs. He could save them. They have all these issues, some of these injuries. Back of their bullpen looks terrible, but him and his defense and his bat this year, I think, are going to save the D-backs here early in the year. What a great pickup for them.
You can get him at even money right now for hits, runs, RBIs. So over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs, middle of that lineup. He's hitting 7th today, I think it is. Let's see the lineup card. He is hitting, 7th in the lineup tonight. So switch hitter, middle of the order. I love that play. So over under 1.5 for Perdomo for the total bait for the hits, runs, RBIs. All right, good on that one. Let's move into game 2 here. This is another earlier game. They already started game 1. We didn't have anything there, but we're moving to game 2 between the Minnesota Twins and the Baltimore Orioles. Sean, I can let you start with this one. Do you have anything here? It looks like the starting pitching matchup is projected to be I have a lot to say about this guy. I'll let you start, though. Woods Richardson from the Twins. And then I saw the guy's name, and I can't find it now for the Baltimore Orioles. It looks like they're bringing it up from the minors. Do you have the name on him, Sean, at all?
No. Last I looked, I didn't even have it announced. I think that was early this morning.
But I'll find it. But do you like anything in this game, in this matchup?
I think I'm staying away from this one. Man, the Orioles are such a weird team. They're such a weird team. Maybe the weirdest team right now. All these guys that we thought were going to be good have just kind of flatlined into nothing. That lineup does not scare me at all anymore, even with Henderson and Rutschman. Man, that Orioles lineup does nothing for me right now. I don't know if I trust Simeon Woods Richardson on the mound today. If anything, I'm actually going to lean to the under here. That Orioles ballpark has been playing towards pitchers like for the last couple of years now. I really like taking the under in Orioles ballpark recently, but I don't know. I if anything, I don't trust either of these lineups. That's kind of my big thing today. Correa's been ice cold. Both of these lineups are just pretty gross for me right now until they can prove otherwise. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I know. A lot of what you said is true about these offenses. The offenses are hard to trust, especially Baltimore with runners in scoring position. They're like one of the worst teams, if not the worst, in baseball this season. It's been hard to trust that team. But I do like their matchup today against Simeon Woods Richardson. Just looking at his like advanced metrics here, man, his barrel percentage is third percentile. Hard hit percentage against him is 18th. He is not a ground ball pitcher. He's very fly ball heavy. What is his percent? Yeah, 4th percentile there. xERA is 5.42, so they're suggesting that he's actually been quite lucky so far, even with a 4 ERA. That's the thing. I have to trust this pitcher who's going for Baltimore, and like I said, I'm trying to find out who it is here because surely there's got to be something with him. But I like at least team total Baltimore over. I do think they get to Woods Richardson here. Woods Richardson's been actually too good lately that I think he's going to have one of those blow up games. So the way you could target this game and the way that I'm going to target it and maybe bet it is first 5 over team total for the Baltimore Orioles. It looks like that price is at good price, plus 105. So you're getting plus money on that. They need 3 runs in the first 5 innings is what that bet means. So I think Baltimore can do it. I know their offense can be hard to trust, but a lot of lefties in that lineup. Jackson Holiday, you've got Henderson, Rutschman. Those guys got to get going. So especially if it's a low-scoring game 1, love Baltimore to score some runs game 2. So that's the way I would target it. And that's what I like. Before I get to the next game, because I had it pulled up earlier, I'm going to get to who is calling this game today or who's pitching this game today for the Baltimore Orioles.
It looks like that Chase McDermott might be.
That's what Fangraphs is showing, Sean. That's what I just found too. Okay. So Chase McDermott, he is a spot starter today. He's coming up from AAA. He actually seems like he's doing well in the minors. Do you know anything about him, Sean? If not, it's okay. We can move on to the next game. There's no worries.
Yeah, no, I have no profile on him at all.
Okay.
We'll see. Worries. I mean, those are the type of guys where, not really much of a power hitting lineup like the Twins could be fooled with a rookie like that. No information on him at all.
Exactly. So those are always risky games to take, a pitcher that you really don't know a lot about. So we'll see. But I do like Baltimore's offense in game 2. So if I'm going to kind of watch this game 1, see how it goes. If there's some things I like about it, I might jump on Orioles game 2, at least maybe from a team total side. All right, Sean, we move to the Yankees and the Mariners. This is the 3rd game of the 3-game series. We saw the Yankees win game 1 yesterday. Great pitching matchup, low-scoring game. Hold on, how about this? Let's give a shout-out to Brian Wu. How about Brian Wu? This guy has been phenomenal. Man, Sean, what do you think of Brian Wu? Like, is he legit? Because I think he's legit.
I know. That was my question for you. I actually had a question for you in this episode. I didn't tell you yet, but my question for you was going to be: who would you rather have rest of season, just this season, maybe even going forward, Brian Wu or Aaron Nola for 2025? I mean, those guys were drafted in very different tiers in fantasy drafts. But right now, who do you want more on your fantasy team? Would you say?
Right now, 100% Brian Wu. Oh yeah. Wow. Pitcher Park. Wow. He's elite at not walking. I mean, 6 walks to 45 strikeouts. That's really good in his last 7 games. So, yeah, I love Brian Wu. I think just stay healthy, and that's the number one thing about a pitcher. Stay healthy. If he can stay healthy, he's really good. I think Brian Wu is a stud.
Something about the Mariners, they just know how to develop pitching. Man, I wish the Cardinals knew how to do that. But something about it, there's just certain teams that they have something working in their minor leagues and in the philosophy that they teach. They are able to upgrade these pitchers, these guys that are really not high prospects, into real MLB middle of the rotation starters. And Mariners are one of those teams. So, yeah, man, he looks awesome.
Yep, and they're being held up, man. I mean, the offense has actually been better. They're going to be back. They're getting George Kirby back pretty soon. This Seattle team, if the offense can stay going in the right direction, this is a good Mariners team with a ton of great pitching. So let's talk about today's game. It is Will Warren on the mound against Luis Castillo. I lean really strong to the Mariners here. This might be one of my official bets of the day. It starts here in about 4 hours, so I have some time to dig in a little bit deeper. But at first glance, I like the Mariners. I think they should be the favorite in this game. And everyone's going to look at the Yankees and see the price. They're going to say, oh my gosh, how can we go against this price? The Yankees are great. Yes, the Yankees are great. Obviously, they have Aaron Judge for a reason. It's a stud offense. But I do not like this Will Warren guy, Sean. He's coming off probably his best start of his career against Oakland. He went like 7 shutout innings. He was incredible that game. Even in a hitter's park, he did that well. Now we're in Seattle. I still don't think that matters with the pitcher's park here. Seattle's offense has been okay. It's been good. And you've got a guy like him who's average first percentile. When I say first, that's the worst. First percentile on average exit velocity against him. He doesn't strike out a lot of guys. His chase percentage is just 11%. Hard hit percentage is in the 4th percentile. I trust Luis Castillo here more. I think the price is better with the Mariners. Yeah, moneyline Mariners. That is one of my strongest leans of the day, and most likely going to make the official card. Sean, what do you got here?
Yeah, I'm with you. I love those veteran pitchers like Luis Castillo to navigate some of these tougher lineups like the Yankees. I think he's not going to try to, you look out for maybe like 2 or 3 Aaron Judge walks today. And I think the Yankees are not going to score more than maybe 3 or 4 runs. And I think I really like the Mariners today. Sneaky play. I love it. I don't think the Yankees with Will Warren should even be favored in this game. So I love that play. I love that lean. I think this is the one that if you're looking for value, this is the play of the day here.
I mean, look at the money line. You're getting a veteran pitcher like Luis Castillo, who's always been better at home, especially in Seattle. He's got like a 3-run difference from home to away. So at home this year, he's got like a 2 point something ERA. I had it pulled up here. I'll have to pull it up again. And then on the road, he's like a 5 ERA, I believe. So he's just been a much better, comfortable pitcher in Seattle. You've got a good, decent offense behind him against a weak pitcher. I'm looking at this from a starting pitching standpoint. I think there's more value here with Seattle, minus 102. I can't say enough about how much I don't trust Will Warren. And as long as Luis Castillo pitches good, I think Seattle can score some runs here and win this game. So I like them in game 3 today to close out the series in Seattle. All right, perfect. Let's move to game 2. So I know we talked about game 1, Sean. This is a doubleheader today. We had a rain out between St. Louis and Philly last night. I think we might have a little bit more confidence in the Cardinals here because it's not Eric Fedde on the mound and it's Sonny Gray. And Aaron Nola, who actually has not been good this year. He's been better. He's turned it around a little bit. But I think the Cardinals have seen him enough that they have some numbers on him. And same thing on the other side with Sonny Gray. So the way I'm looking at this game, I think there's more value with the Cardinals in game 2 because I already think they're going to lose game 1. I don't like it at all in game 1. I do have a little bit of concerns with Sonny Gray. What's Sonny Gray you're going to get? You're going to get the guy who's walking a lot of batters. You're going to get the guy who's actually going out there and executing his pitches. I think there's more value on the Cardinals in game 2. But I actually like the over more in this game. You could get some tired arms, some bullpen guys in this one. And I don't think either bullpen is super, super strong. I know the Cardinals bullpen's in better lately, but this is still a bullpen full of some questionable arms. And same thing with Philly. They have some questionable guys there too. So I think the over would be the way I play game 2 of the doubleheader here. Currently sitting at 8 runs. And even though you see Sonny Gray and Aaron Nola, those are 2 like top profile pitchers, we could see some runs here. That's the way I would target it. What do you think about game 2 with St. Louis and Philly?
Yeah, I'm afraid to touch anything here. As I hear some loud sirens in my back, I think you know what I
they
think that's
coming.
Yeah. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say they must be. The sirens might be on to save the people from the 9-game winning streak for the Cardinals.
Yeah. Either that or it's an ambulance. It's an ambulance, I think. Lexi, how's your arm feeling? I think it's an ambulance taking another Dodger pitcher to the hospital. I think they're going to need you there in LA for the next start. I mean, are you ready? Is your arm ready to go make a couple starts for the Dodgers? The injuries in that rotation have been crazy.
That was perfect what you just said, by the way.
All right. Yeah, I'm not taking this game at all. I think Sonny Gray could either go 4 innings, allow like 4 or 5 runs, and Philly's offense could stay hot, or he could have a great game. And this is kind of the transition year for a guy like Aaron Nola into his mid-30s, where I really don't know what this type of year is going to look like for Aaron Nola. Another crafty veteran guy, but this could be the year where we really see a different side of Aaron Nola, where he's not the shutdown guy that he's been for the last 5 to 10 years. So if he's not that guy, if this velocity dip keeps happening for Nola, I don't think he's going to be some lockdown starter the rest of the year. So I can see the Cardinals with a good lefty lineup today get some hits off Aaron Nola. I would maybe lean to the over as well. I have no play at all on money line. I have no idea. It's just going to come down to probably some late inning. Whatever. The thing with the doubleheaders is you got to remember the back end of the bullpen. Like, let's say the Phillies win game 1 here. They're probably going to be using up all their guys, Alvarado and Romano and all that. So they may not be available for game 2. That would be my only maybe secret little lean for game 2 with the Cardinals, because I really think the Phillies are going to win game 1. But no, I'm not touching this game at all.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough one. I say watch how game 1 goes, because how are the bullpens used? If St. Louis is using a lot of their bullpen in game 1 because of Eric Fedde being a bum, then yeah, you got to look at maybe the Phillies in game 2. It just really depends on how game 1 goes. So I think this one's a little tougher to call, but I would lean, like I said, right now, my strongest lean in this one is the over. I think we could see some runs. A lot of at-bats from the St. Louis lineup against Aaron Nola in his career. I mean, Arenado has 29 at-bats against him. Wilson Contreras has 20. Gorman, even Walker, like up there with 10 at-bats. Like they've seen him quite a bit. So I might look to target like a guy who's been hot for the Cardinals, Wilson Contreras, man. If you can get some plus money with him at like hits, runs, RBIs in that matchup, or even total bases, I like Wilson Contreras today to do something in that game. So we'll see. All right, let's move to Red Sox Tigers, Sean. Tariq Skubal's on the mound. I have some thoughts about this game. Is it crazy to maybe want to fade Tariq Skubal here? This is one of the best pitchers, if not the best pitcher in baseball. But there's some things I like about Dobbins, man. I know
Ooh,
the Red Sox are hard to
interesting.
trust. This is a plus money. What is it? We're getting minus 238 with the Tigers. I'm not trying to get cute here. I really like Dobbins, and he has, I think, the type of profile that can shut down this Tigers lineup. So I don't know if I can do it because it is really hard to face Tariq Skubal, and betting against him is tough. Like he could go 7-8 shutout innings and just completely dominate, and the Tigers win 2-0 or something. But I'm kind of leaning to the Red Sox. Don't know if I'll get there officially, but Sean, what do you think here? Red Sox, Tigers. Am I crazy for even trying to consider the Red Sox here?
Man, yeah, I don't know if I'm all the way with you. I will say that Tigers lineup, I think they're kind of playing over their head right now. I don't think Kerry Carpenter is some lockdown all-star. I don't think Javier Baez is going to be doing this for much longer. Even Riley Green is so streaky. Torkelson, man, he was hot for a second. I know he had a home run yesterday, but he's been pretty cold as well. Man, they just scored, like 12 runs yesterday or 10 runs yesterday, so maybe I'm just talking out of my butt, but no, this Tigers lineup is not going to be one of the best in the American League or anything like that, so that scares me. But man, Tariq Skubal looks good. I think he might be the best pitcher in Major League Baseball right now. I don't know if I could take anything against him. I'll say this. I've got Bregman and Kristen Campbell in a couple leagues. I'm sitting them today. I'm not going to take any chances. I think Skubal's going to do awesome today. Now, you tell me Red Sox score 3 runs and win this game late. The Tigers bullpen didn't look good yesterday. So, but I don't know. If I'm going to bet like first 5 or something, it's going to be Tigers. But I'm with you. Dobbins looks good. Kind of just an unknown thing, which could fool some of these Tiger hitters. But if anything, I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, and I have no idea who's going to win it. But I'd probably go Tigers. I think I'm going to go against you there. I do like Skubal today.
Hey, it's okay. We can disagree on things. No big deal. I just like the way what I like to do. And baseball, sometimes you just got to take some chances, and that's why. Look, the last 2 games, like you said, Sean, 10 runs yesterday. Sean, they've scored 24 runs this entire series. 24 runs, 14 on Monday, 10 yesterday. I mean, I always like to try to fade a team who's scored that many runs in a row because it's going to come back to earth. They're going to come down to earth. They're going to score maybe 2-3 runs today. And I just think Dobbins has like the stuff to shut down this Tigers lineup. Like you said, I don't think it's as good as what we're seeing right now. I really think they're good. They're a good team. They're a good lineup, obviously, but I just don't think it's this good where they're scoring like 8 to 9 runs a game kind of thing. Dobbins has really good chase percentage, 93rd percentile. He doesn't walk a lot of guys. I mean, there's just some good things I like about Dobbins. So we'll see. I lean to the Red Sox. What I probably would do to be safer, though, is play the 1.5 plus 1.5 at minus 115. So, I mean, you could take the Red Sox today. They lose by 1. You're going to win your bet. So that's the way I'd play it. I'd lean to the Red Sox and take a shot against Skubal. It's tough, though.
There's only 3 absolutes in baseball, okay? There's Father Time, there's regression to the mean, and there's Chris Bryant playing less than 30 games in a season. Those are the 3 absolutes in baseball,
Man.
okay? So I'm with you. Tigers are going to regress here. This offense is not that good. Even if you have one of these guys in fantasy, I'm looking to trade right now. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this game goes. I like the under the more you talk about it.
Yeah, the way you just – I mean, that's a perfect clip I got to make right there, like the 3 guarantees in baseball. That was hilarious. Yeah, Chris Bryant. Wow. We called that, man, preseason. We said that in that podcast, like, will he even play 25 games this year? And that was, like, just to be funny. Like, will he – like, 25, obviously you should play 25 or more. He honestly might not play 25 games, which is crazy to say. But, yeah, it's freaking insane. All right, moving along. We got Rays and the Blue Jays. Looks like the Rays are throwing Ryan Pepio, and that'll be against Chris Bassett, who he's been up and down. I mean, Chris Bassett started really strong. He's kind of come back down to earth as well lately. He has been a tough pitcher, but I think the Rays have actually had some good success against him overall. I think he's got like a 0-3, 5-something ERA in his last few games against the Rays. So I definitely would not be laying minus 162 with this Blue Jays team. That's a team that I usually don't like to bet because I just feel like whatever I do with them, if I'm betting on them to win, they lose. And the opposite, if I'm betting against them, they always win. So I can't get a good track with this Blue Jays team. I like Pepio. Pepio's got good stuff. No one in this lineup has really ever seen him. Only Anthony Santander and Dalton Varsho. More success from the Tampa Bay side. I think I'd lean toward Tampa Bay here at the value you're getting at plus money. It's sitting at plus 136. That's the way I'd play it. Tampa Bay here. What do you think, Sean?
Yeah, I'm staying away from this game. I don't really know. These are two of the sneakier lineups, kind of all of baseball right now. Jonathan Aranda, man, we were kind of all over that before his breakout in the early part of the year. Man, I like the Rays. I think Brandon Lau will get it going. I still like this Blue Jays lineup a little bit. Dalton Varsho with 2 home runs the other day. Man, that guy is one of the best center fielders in the league. He gets no publicity whatsoever. I know he had that crazy play a couple weeks ago. But Vlad is there. Bichette is there. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really trust the back end of that Rays bullpen. So if it were me, I'd probably go Blue Jays, but I'm staying away from this game. I have no idea. If anything, I think the lineups can show up today. I would maybe even look at taking the over. Is it 8.5 today?
That one is currently at 8. We got 8 runs as the over-under. Yep, minus 112 to the over.
Yeah. If anything, depend on the weather in Canada today, but maybe the over. But I don't have any lean on the money line. I trust you.
How about how about this news? And I'm sure people, if anybody watches this back, will know about it already. If not, how about this Yandy Diaz situation? Can't play in the series because he had a passport issue. Like, what? You're telling me a Major League Baseball player who I'm assuming he's been to Toronto a couple times. Like, he's been in the league for years, and he's been on the Rays.
Same division.
Has a passport issue. Like, what? I want to know more about that. I don't know if there's any more news about that, but he's on my fantasy team. So I saw the little notification pop up. I'm like, day to day, what happened? So I click on the notification. It's not even an injury. It's a passport issue, and he's out for the series against the Rays or against the
someone in the administration department of the Rays is going to get fired today. I'll tell you that.
Yes, 100%. But yeah, I thought that was funny. I just had to throw that out there before we move to the next game. So next one. I mean, there's some games that we're going to get to here that are going to be pretty less talked about, I would say. This is one of them. Pirates are garbage. We talked about that, John. This is a disgusting Pirates lineup. We ripped them in the preview before the season started. Terrible ownership, terrible general manager. Yeah, I have nothing good to say about the Pirates. You're seeing the minus 310, the biggest favorite on the board today. Mets minus 310. Yeah, Mets are nothing. I mean, Mets 1.5. If you wanna alternate bet it up to 2.5, 3.5, they should hit Bailey Falter. If they don't, that's baseball. It is what it is. But the Mets should score runs here. They should win this game, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I need to, if there's one thing I need to do, I need to go get a truck, and I need to crash into the prison yard, and I need to tell O'Neal Cruz and Luis Robert Jr. to get in the car. I need to break them out of their prisons that they're in right now. These are some gross teams, man. This is terrible. Jordan Beck, go ahead and join me on the Rockies. I mean, these guys are just stuck on these horrible franchises with nothing to play for. Their careers are just being washed away. You can see it when you watch the Pirates. I mean, Brian Reynolds, you put him on a good team this year, I think he takes off, man. I really think he takes off. Right now, none of these guys have anything to play for anyway. Yeah, the Pirates are gross. I wouldn't even touch this game. It doesn't even matter. Yeah. I watch it be 1-0 Pirates just because it's baseball, but please do not bet this game. Please. If you're betting on this game, just go ahead and call the hotline because it's over for you, buddy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. Don't touch it. It's Mets or nothing, but only on the alternate run line. And then a player prop I like in this game, I do like Brandon Nimmo. Brandon Nimmo is a good hitter in this lineup. He faces Bailey Falter. He's got a home run against him in 12 at-bats with a 1.167 OPS and a 417 average. So some good numbers against him. I usually like to target guys who have seen those type of pitchers and had success against them. That could be a good look if you're getting some plus money on any of his props.
Yeah, Clay Holmes, man, he looks good. The transition looks like it's working. ERA under 3. We'll see. Another guy who I was going to ask you about, Lex, Kodai Senga. What do you think, man? This guy looks incredible. He had the injury last year. He had that one start. He looked incredible. The year before that, he had a really good first rookie year. Man, is this guy elite? Do the Mets have a couple elite guys? I mean, Kodai Senga, is this guy like a top 20 pitcher in the league? He looks really good in ERA under 2 now. Man, he looks good. I think the Mets rotation is actually kind of sneaky. I know Sean Manaea's coming back probably in another month or so. Man, this rotation that I didn't trust at all coming into the year, we'll see how healthy they stay. Going forward. But is Kodai Senga one of these top 20, top 15 starters in the league right now? What do you think?
I think so. I mean, his stuff looks great. He's on a good team, so he's always got that behind him. You're going in with a lot more confidence as a pitcher like that. He's looked awesome. Yeah, sitting there with a 1.22 ERA. Of course, if you look at the xERA, it's going to eventually go up maybe a bit. But yeah, he's looked awesome. I mean, great start to the 2025 season. And I'll be honest, coming into the season, I was not very high on this Mets rotation. We talked about it, so I'll definitely say that. Like, I will not. I'll tell you guys when I'm wrong. And I didn't think Clay Holmes would do well. I didn't think David Peterson would be this good. I feel like I'm missing somebody else.
Yeah, Tyler McGill.
Yeah, all those guys have been really, really good. Mm-hmm. So does that continue? We'll see. But I've got to give credit where it's due, and the Mets rotation has been phenomenal this season. Really, really good. All right, gross game here. I was on TikTok live yesterday. I said, do not in any way put the Reds in your money line parlay. And what happened? They lost yesterday. They lost to the White Sox 5-1. They didn't score any runs until the 9th inning when Ellie De La Cruz hit a walk-off or hit the tying home run. And Andrew Abbott, I don't care if they're playing a high school team. He should never be laying minus 235 with how bad this Reds offense has been all season. So I know the White Sox are bad. They're a garbage team. We all know it. We all say it. We know it. But never, ever should the Reds be laying minus 235 with Andrew Abbott on the mound. I'm sorry, but it is just the stuff that you gotta know about. Like, and that's what I try to teach these people. I don't know everything, but I just try to tell people, like, right, Sean? Like, would you ever put him in your money line parlay because it's Andrew Abbott?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Especially at that ballpark. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, no.
Man, one of the most like underratedly random things can happen at the Reds Stadium this year and every year. I mean, it's right there with Coors to me for just like, who knows what's going to happen.
It really is questionable. You saw 1-0 going into the 9th inning yesterday. Crazy. White Sox ended up winning. Today we do have a different matchup. It is Nick Lodolo on the mound against who do we have here for the White Sox? Davis Martin. Again, the way this Reds team has looked, yes, they should win. They've got the better pitcher. They got the better overall team. But at this price, there's no way that I would be betting the Reds. Nick Lodolo has shown that he can be off. He's looked good at times, but there's times where he's just looked like a complete bum. So no play for me. This is just a complete stay away. I don't like the current form the Reds are in. Their offense has just been so inconsistent. Outside of Ellie De La Cruz, there's nothing in this offense that I like. And I'm still wondering why so many people were high on them coming into the season, but it is what it is. Yeah, no play for me here. It'd be White Sox or nothing if I was going to play it just based off the value.
Yeah, same. I'm not even worth discussing. I like Lodolo. It looks like he's having a bounce back year. I worry about his injury prospect here going forward, but I like Lodolo. I think the Reds are going to win, but never in my life would I bet a game like this.
All right, good stuff. I think you had some things here about Nationals Braves, so I'll let you kick this one off. Nationals Braves here. We've got Mitchell Parker going up against Bryce Elder. What are you looking for in this game?
Yeah, I really, really, really like the Braves here, man. I think that offense is just poised to just explode. I think Mitchell Parker has been one of the luckiest pitchers in the entire league right now, an ERA under 4, and he's not really pitching like that. He has 26 strikeouts in about 45 innings, and 22 walks. A lot of base runners. His whip is terrible. I think the Braves are going to get a lot of hits. I'm even looking at props for Olsen and Riley and Murphy, maybe even Ozuna and even Albies today. I think the Braves are just going to hammer Mitchell Parker and the Nats today. And Elder should do enough. If he can go 4 or 5 innings, even a quality start against this pretty pathetic Nats team. It's basically C.J. Abrams and James Wood and a bunch of bums right now. Even Luis Garcia, I think, is on like paternity leave. That Nats lineup is terrible. You saw the Cardinals pitcher just shred through that National Series. Man, they have nothing right now. I think Elder's going to be fine. I think the Braves are going to destroy this game. If there's 2 bets today that I just absolutely love, I think the Braves and the Phillies, game 1 of that Phillies, I think those offenses are going to explode. I would just take any run line you can. I'm taking -1.5, -2.5. I think the Braves are going to destroy the Nats today.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, we saw Mitchell Parker. He looked terrible against the Cardinals his last start. He walked a lot of batters. Yeah, the Braves offense, that's the thing with them. They've been inconsistent. But as you said, they got to break out at some point. And this could be the perfect game for that to happen against Mitchell Parker, who they've seen quite a bit. He doesn't strike out hitters, bad whiff percentage. Yeah, I'm with you. I think Braves or nothing here is the way that we'd play it in this matchup. All right, we move to Marlins Cubs. Man, Marlins had them yesterday, man. It was 4-2 going into the 9th. They started the inning with an error, and then from there went all downhill. So Cubs fortunate to win yesterday. They had a walk-off win, 5-4 winner. I think you have some thoughts on this game too. We got Jameson Taillon against
Ryan Weathers, right?
First
start of the year.
Yep. So what do you got here, Marlins Cubs?
Well, I actually like Weathers. I know it was a big thing in spring training. He added a bunch of velocity. But first start of the year, I mean, this is another guy that was really more of a reliever last couple of years. I don't think he's going to go more than 3-4 innings. And that Marlins bullpen is they are bad. Man, if Taillon isn't on top, I mean, that Marlins lineup is really bad, so I can see Taillon doing okay. But, man, I think it's another one of those windy days in Wrigley. I am hammering that over. Is it up to 9 yet, or is it still 8.5? Because, man, that is to me one of my locks of the day. I think this Cubs lineup is going to kill Weathers and that back end of that Marlins bullpen, especially if the Cubs get a little lead and the Marlins are putting in their back of their bullpen type of people. I mean, these guys – the Marlins are so bad. Their pitching is so bad. Man, I don't see that lineup doing much of anything. I do like the Cubs today, money line, although I don't know if I would take it with the odds. But I'm hammering that over. I think both of these lineups are going to do okay. And I think the Cubs are gonna smash Ryan Weathers in that bullpen. It can be maybe a Kyle Tucker prop, even say a Suzuki who's been a little cold. I think he's going to hit one out today in Wrigley.
Yeah, 7.5, Sean. That's the number right now, 7.5. So for all the reasons you just said,
that's probably the Marlins lineup. That's probably all that is there.
I mean, I'll continue to say it. The Marlins offense is not horrible. It could be bad, but like it's not the worst it's ever been. But the Cubs bullpen too. Like if Jameson Taillon is only going to go 5 innings, and even if you get like let the Cubs go 4 innings from the bullpen, there's some guys in there who are just terrible, and we've seen it on full display a lot this year. So I worry about the Cubs bullpen. I definitely worry about the Marlins bullpen, and that's where I also agree. I think we can see runs in this game because Ryan Weathers, making that first start. I always want to probably fade a guy who's coming off an injury, who's making his first start of the year because they're rusty. They're not fully there yet. If they do well in game 1, I almost always fade them in game 2. I did it with Giolito this year, and I did it with Lance McCullers Jr. Both were profitable. So, yes, with you on that one. I think the over is to play. The way the Cubs can score, especially with 2 weak bullpens here, 7.5 seems too low. So, I think the over is to play.
Yeah. I can't believe that. I mean, is there something I'm missing on that game?
I mean, unless the wind is completely blowing in, which I don't know if it is or not. Let's see.
Afternoon game. I know they deal with shadows there at Wrigley. What is it, like a 5:30 start or something? So, we'll see.
So, right now, the wind shows this is all according to the website online on Weather Channel. Who knows if it's actually true or not? 3 miles an hour winds, which is really not much. I know about Wrigley Field though, but 63 degrees. So I mean, it's not cold. It's about perfect baseball temperatures. I think over, unless the wind's like blowing in at 30 miles an hour or something, which we can always look into to see. This is an overplay or nothing. Yeah. All right, Rockies Rangers. I mean, another one. What are you going to say? I know the Rockies suck and they will probably lose, but Patrick Corbin, again, you're going to lay
Yeah.
minus
I
225 with
can't
this
believe that
guy.
guy's getting starts. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I was talking on TikTok live yesterday. I was telling people there's just some pitchers you got to look at and you have to say, okay, I know this team is better than that team, but I'm not laying that big of a price, or I'm not putting him in a parlay because it's Patrick Corbin, guys. We all know he can get lit up. The Rockies, they put up like 10 runs against the Padres on Sunday, and they're going to score runs at times. The Rockies obviously suck. They're basically a minor league team, but again, this is Patrick Corbin. No play for me in this game, but I 100% would not be betting the Rangers in any way from their pitching side because of Patrick Corbin. So Rockies are nothing, as gross as it is to say. If you like runs, I guess I could say the team total over for the Rangers or just a full game over. What's that full game over at? It's at 9 runs. Yeah, I'd lean to the over in this game. Over 9 runs. Senzatella is a bum too.
Yeah. Oh man. I don't know that Rockies lineup. Every time I think, Jordan Beck and Hunter Goodman have been hot. I don't trust anyone in that lineup. I don't trust anyone in that organization, to be honest. You see a guy like Nolan Jones. Oh my gosh, what a catastrophe that ended up being last year. So, man, we're done with this game. Rockies Rangers. Don't bet it. Call the hotline.
Yes, do not bet the game. It is not worth the struggles if you watch this game. Let's do a quick mid show break. I just want to see what's going on. So the Cardinals are 0-0. Okay, we're in the second inning
Mm-hmm.
and we are at 0-0. Twins up 4-3 after 4 innings. Looks like the Baltimore Orioles took a 3-0 lead, but the Twins answered with 4. So interesting. Yeah, those are the 2 games that have started so far today. Nope, not that one yet. Royals Astros. So Astros won yesterday 2-1. That was a nice hit for me on the money line. Both offenses are really hard to trust right now. And I just the Royals offense is in my opinion not as good as we've seen, and we've seen some bad times with them. Astros offense is hard to trust. I definitely will not be going back to this game. I won my pick yesterday, so I'm staying off this game. Colton Gordon's getting the start for Houston. Michael Lorenzen from Kansas City. I don't know much about this Colton Gordon guy, but I definitely don't like Michael Lorenzen. If I had to play something here, I guess it'd be the Astros, but really nothing much here. Do you have any thoughts, Sean, between these 2 guys?
No, I'm just waiting for my guy Jordan to come back for this Astros lineup. Man, they just are not impressive. Christian Walker having a pretty weak year. Isaac Paredes, I really thought with that little short left field porch, I thought he was going to have I thought some of his power was going to come back this year. Man, that lineup just looks a little gross. Altuve has really started to age, I think. Jeremy Pena, I think he even hit a home run yesterday, but he's been ice cold, man. That Astros lineup does not impress me at all. If anything, if the line goes up to 9, I would take the under in this game because I don't trust the Royals lineup much either. Yeah, man, even with Bobby Witt, that lineup doesn't look that great. Pescatino having a poor year. Most of those guys in that Royals lineup just are underperforming. So even Sal Perez, pretty bad year. Jonathan India still leading off for that Royals team, pretty bad year. Man, I have no lean at all in this game. If anything, I'm just gonna take the under in this gross series until one of these lineups proves that they can actually start scoring some runs. So no, I have no lean either way.
Yeah, I looked up really quick who this Colton Gordon guy is. So he was an 8th round pick in 2021 out of Central Florida. He's actually been pretty good this year in the minors. I mean, sometimes it translates well. So no one's ever seen him from the Royals. He's got a 2.55 ERA and 42 1/3 innings pitched. He's got a whip of 1.20, so maybe a little concerning there. But I mean, yeah, no play for me. I don't like Lorenzen at all. I think he's a bum, and he could get hit hard any given day. I do like who's the guy in this lineup I like Paredes though a lot. I think Paredes could be a good target for like a hits, runs, RBIs again. Like you said, for the short porch and everything. I like him today. All right, just 2 games left, and then we will be done with today's picks. Thanks for coming on. I know we'll get more people who watch this later on today because there's more night games. So this will be posted on the Deep Pockets Twitter page and YouTube. So if you like what you're seeing, give us a follow. Let us know if there's any questions you have or need help with anything in the future. Angels Padres are the next game on the board here. Sean, I looked at this game. I look at these two pitchers. It's over or nothing for me here. Kyle Hendricks, Randy Vasquez. Vasquez has been getting really lucky this year. If you look at his numbers, he's been extremely lucky. I know the Angels' offense is not great, but they're an offense who can do well against weak pitchers, and I think they can put up runs here. So I think we get an over here. I think we get a lot of runs. 9 runs is the current total. I know San Diego is more of a pitcher's park, but I think we get runs. 2 weak pitchers here. I take the over 9 runs. What do you like in this matchup?
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't have a lean money line. If anything, I kind of like my Alexi Bulwark strategy of 3 teams yesterday walked it off. Who was the Cubs, Padres, and the Astros? If anything, I'm betting against those guys today. Long night partying, they're all their momentum kind of might be exhausted coming into these more afternoon games. So we'll see. If anything, if the odds are right, I wouldn't mind touching the Angels. But, man, I would have such a hard time betting with Kyle Hendricks. Oh, my God. That guy can't even throw 90 miles an hour. I can see Tatis hitting like 3 home runs today off of that bomb. But, yeah, if anything, I lean Padres, but I definitely lean the over. I love that pick. I think that's the only thing I would play in this game.
Player prop I like. Really, really like. Jackson Merrill. Merrill should have a field day today, man. Just, he reminds me of like especially the way he bats, his stance and everything. He reminds me of Freddie Freeman a lot. I don't know if you ever get that feeling with him, but Freddie Freeman, man, I just feel like he's got the way he bats, like his approach. He's really, really good at taking pitches. Like he's not going to chase a lot. I love Jackson Merrill. He's a stud. He has a great matchup here against Kyle Hendricks. We all know how bad Kyle Hendricks can be. Soft throwing pitcher, more of a pitch to contact guy, not going to get a lot of swing and miss stuff. Jackson Merrill's a guy I'm targeting today. I need to find out exactly what prop I'd want to play with him because I would imagine a lot of the 1.5s are going to be juiced, but like 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs, or total bases, or even to hit a home run. Yeah, I'm going to be all over Jackson Merrill. Look at Sean. I don't know if you look at the Savant page, but my gosh, his numbers are all like incredible.
Yeah, he's a beast, man.
Yeah,
he's a beast.
He's awesome. I'm really impressed with him. He's
Great
one of those few
hitters,
Sean. Mm-hmm. He's one of those few hitters that come up and just like tear it up from the beginning. Like he's been like last year I had him as a rookie. He was incredible, and he's already doing well in his sophomore year. So yeah, love what I see from Jackson Merrill. Last one. Athletics Dodgers. Let me see the pitching matchup. Oh, it's your guy, your fantasy guy, Yamamoto, going up against hold on. I'm getting the name here. I know it starts with an H. I'm blanking on it. Hoagland. Matchup here. What do you got? Dodgers. You roll with the Dodgers to bounce back here on the run line?
Yeah, I do think they'll bounce back. I mean, it's hard to bet against the Dodgers with their ace losing 2 games in a row. What's the money line at now? Is it up to -200 or is it?
We've got -285. Yeah,
285. Oh Lord, yeah. See, I don't know if I'm touching that because I do like this Athletics lineup a little bit. Rooker's been a little cold. I think he can easily have a couple hits today. I love Jacob Wilson, man. That guy does not strike out. He had 2 homers yesterday. But I think the Athletics cooled down a bit from yesterday. I think the Dodgers are going to win this game today, but we'll see. Man, I am worried about Yamamoto health-wise though. You see it with Sasaki, these guys from Japan and Korea, like we talked about before, man, the ball is actually a different size. So these guys, they hardly ever stay healthy like their first 1, 2, or 3rd seasons here in the States. So we'll see, man, if you're relying on the health of Yamamoto and Dustin May before the end of May in your season, oh, man. Like I said, Alexi, warm up that arm down in Oklahoma. You're going to be maybe making some AAA starts because maybe you're going to be needed in that Dodgers rotation pretty soon. Man, I'm not saying Yamamoto's going to get hurt today. If that happens, the Reaper didn't predict it. That's all I'm saying. But, yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'd like the Dodgers money line, but maybe take their money line with a parlay or something. But that line's too juiced for me. If anything, I kind of like the sneaky Athletics. If you want the odds, where are they up to money line, like +180 or something?
Yes, +1. Let's see. I'll pull it up here. You're probably going to get really good value or price with the 1.5. I would imagine 1.5 is sitting at +110 with the Athletics.
Wow, +1.5. Yeah, see, that interests me a lot more. I know Freddie Freeman's been hot, but we'll see.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay,
what do you
Sean.
think?
Well, I think I would probably play the Dodgers here. I think they bounce back. I just think I do like this Athletics offense. I do. I think there's some really sneaky pieces. Um, your guy, I think you have him in fantasy. Wilson, don't you have him? He's looking awesome too. So
Yeah,
do you have any? Do you? Yeah, I think Dodgers would be the play here, but I don't want to really lay that kind of price either. With how Athletics can actually be pretty good on the offensive side. All right, last one. We're gonna put you on the spot, Sean, but I'm gonna go first, so I'll
okay.
give you some time to think. I
Okay.
want you. This is all for fun here. We're gonna do a quick for fun. Pick two batters tonight. You're gonna pick two guys who you think are gonna go yard. So I got two guys, and then you'll
Absolutely.
have two guys. I'll go with my
Absolutely.
two first. So as I said, I really like Jackson Merrill tonight. So he's going to be one of my guys to go yard on tonight's game on tonight's Major League Baseball
Mm-hmm.
slate. I like the
Mm-hmm.
Padres with Jackson Merrill, and then my second pick is going to be in this Rangers game. I'm going to go with a guy from the Rangers, and I'm going to try to go with. Let's see. I'm looking at all the prices. I want to try to bet like one of those guys who maybe doesn't have the biggest price. How about we'll see if he's in the lineup, but how about Jock Peterson getting on the board tonight?
Yeah.
Not a lot of people are
Yeah.
going to be loving him. How about Jack
Yeah.
Peterson against
Yeah.
Antonio Senzatella? How about that?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So those are my two guys. What do you got?
Well, I like. I'll give you one guy who is pretty obvious, and I'll give you a sneaky guy. So I'm going to say Matt Olson. I think the Braves. It's going to be Olson or Riley or Ozuna or Murphy. One of those Braves guys is gonna hammer tonight against. Let's see who. Against Mitchell Parker. That's right. Yeah, I think I'm going to give you Matt Olson, lefty off of Mitchell Parker. And then I think I like one of these D-backs hitters to take Jordan Hicks deep. I'm going to give you Lourdes Gurriel Jr., if not Pavin Smith, who mashes righties, man. He mashes righties. I would maybe even take both of them in that game. I think the D-backs are going to maybe even put up double digits. They're going to hammer Hicks today, I really think. So I'm going to give you Lourdes Gurriel Jr., Pavin Smith, and Matt Olson.
Okay, I like that. Those are all very, very nice picks. So we will see home run picks for tonight. Like I said, those are just for fun. I might put a little bit of like some change on there for some fun just to root for it tonight. One of those guys hits, great. If not, oh well. But yeah, those are the for fun home run picks that we got for tonight. And then I think we're good, y'all. We covered every single game on the board here. And all right, let's say some good thoughts here because Eric Fetty has made it through 2 innings without allowing any runs against the Philadelphia Phillies. So
let's go.
We'll see how much longer. Let's see how much longer he can last without.
Hey, I have
allowing
one
a
question
run.
for you.
Yeah,
I have one question for you. Funny enough, so Sasaki hurt yesterday. Sounds like a shoulder or a forearm, I forget. Looks like he'll be out a while, more than a month, maybe 2-3 months before he starts rehabbing, getting back out there. Let me ask you this. Crazy question. We're Cardinal fans. We're big Cardinal fans. We like what we're seeing so far this year. Who do you have? Maybe definitely this year, but maybe even the next 2 seasons or so. I know Sasaki's really, really young, so whatever you say, I completely understand. Call me crazy, and if I said this 2 months ago, it would shock a lot of people. Who do you got maybe the next 2 seasons? Matthew Liberatore or Roki Sasaki on the Dodgers going forward? Who do you like better? The lefty Matthew Liberatore having a great season right now, projected to have an ERA under 4 to end the season. Looks awesome. Maybe one of the top 20 pitchers so far this season. All-star bound. He's having an excellent start of his year. Is this real or not? What do you think?
That's first off, great question. I really did not love Sasaki. Like I didn't really know much about him. I just know you only know what you know from hearing reporters and this guy's coming from Japan. Some of these guys don't pan out to be good. We've seen a lot of guys come over from the KBO league or Japan or whatever, and they just don't do well. And it would not shock me one bit if this Sasaki guy is average at best. And yeah, he's going to have maybe some good years. But right now, from what I've seen, and yeah, it is crazy to say this because I did not expect this from Matthew Liberatore, but we have to also remember Matthew Liberatore was a first round pick, and he never truly got
Top
a
50
chance
prospect.
until top 50 prospect. He never really got a chance until this year. If we remember these past few years, he was always a bullpen guy. He was a spot starter. It was a wild card. You never knew what he
and the
never
velocity's
truly
up this year.
Never knew what his role was going to be. Velocity's up. He's doing well against right-handed pitchers too, or right-handed batters too, which is really good from a lefty. Right now, if you had to ask me today, which you are, I'm taking Matthew Liberatore, and it all points back to finally giving him a chance and just not knowing as much about Sasaki. If he's going to be this bad and his metrics are pointing to him being really bad right now, and it's not just him being unlucky, I like Matthew Liberatore. So for the next 2 years, sign me up. I'll take Matthew Liberatore especially the contract we're getting with him right now with the money.
It's crazy, man. Sasaki, as you know, I had him in a couple fantasy leagues. He's had 2 games now where he's had no whiffs whatsoever, no swings and misses on the entire game. Strikeout rate is terrible. And it's crazy because even in the World Baseball Classic and in Japan, the velocity was there. He was one of the highest velocity pitchers that they've ever seen. He was throwing 102 late in the game. His average velocity here, just in his starts, what is he at? 8 starts now. It's only 92, 93. His velocity has sunk. It might be because of this injury. It might be some nerves. I don't know. But man, if he's not that high velocity guy that they thought he was, and he's not going to strike really anyone out, oof. I don't know. I mean, he doesn't have a big contract, so it's not hurting the Dodgers at all right now. But I think I agree with you, man. I think Liberatore season-long outlook, I think I'm taking him without a doubt.
Yeah. I mean, just the way – and it's easy to say it because of what we've seen this year so far. But I think if you truly do look at the full picture and you know the background to Matthew Liberatore, yeah, the potential was always there. It was just, can he put it together, and can they finally give him a chance? And that's what they've done this year. So I hope it's real. It would be amazing for our organization and for our rotation for years to come if Matthew Liberatore can be that top guy, or a really good number 2 pitcher in that rotation. That'd be incredible for us.
All right, next question. Who you got? Miles Michaelis or Patrick Corbin? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, no, we're done.
Oh my gosh. No, seriously though, if I had to make a decision, if my life depended on it, they're gonna say, Alexi, you're done after this week. You're just gonna go away. You're never gonna see anybody ever again. Who do you got? You just save your life. Man, that's really hard. But I'm trying to think of something smart to say of why I would pick the one guy, because neither one is a good choice. But you know what? Maybe Michaelis, just because you know that you're gonna get a guy who's just gonna try to throw all these different pitches. He's not gonna go with the same pitch. He's gonna try to hit his spots, try to maneuver around the zone. I guess if I had to pick, it would be Michaelis, but it would be the most nerve-wracking game to watch in my life if it came down to that.
Yeah, no.
That's funny.
I am happy to say that if the Cardinals end up making the playoffs, I don't think Michaelis would even be on the roster. We finally have some guys. Finally kind of have him and Fedde would be kind of fighting out for maybe that starting pitcher number 4 spot there. So, but we'll see. I hope our Cardinals stay hot, man. You
know who he'd be like? The perfect comparison is, and I'm not saying they're going to go this deep in the playoffs to where this would even matter, but the year we won it all in 2011, Jake Westbrook was coming out of the bullpen. And he was that long reliever. Okay, let's just keep him in there. He's an arm. He's just going to be another arm to use. But yeah, started all season long. And then we're all right, yeah, let's keep you away. Jake Westbrook can come in and just help us out when we need to. That'd be the most comparable player to a playoff run if we ever made that. So yeah, that's hilarious.
Well, good talking ball, man.
Yeah. Anything else before we close out for today's picks?
No, not really. I really think that if you're watching this at home, start stretching that throwing arm, because man, the Dodgers only have 4 starters right now. I think 2 of them get injured by middle of the season. So we're gonna see who the best team. Some people say the best team in baseball history right now have Landon Knack and Tony Gonsolin starting games for them. Could be their second and third starter here pretty soon. That's all I'm gonna say. But we'll see.
Yeah. Yep, pitching injuries are a killer, man. It can really
Yeah.
screw up your team and everything. So we'll see what happens. But regardless, great time. Excuse me, great time talking picks with you. It was a lot of fun. We went through every single Major League Baseball game. We gave out our favorite strong leans. We talked about every game as to what we like about a particular prop or a total, a side, whatever. Best of luck on your picks for today. This is May 14th. On Wednesday, we've got day games, night games all throughout the day. So best of luck on your games. Bet responsibly. Have some fun. And as always, let's make some deep pockets. Until next time, we will see you back on the YouTube Live for another podcast.